Um, no idea what this looks like, guys. No idea what we're doing, except for winning. I am looking for an opportunity to talk about it, though. Maybe I'll make a stream about it tomorrow. We'll see. So it just seems like I'm streaming horizontally. And that's a bad thing. That's not great. No, I can see it in my stream. I have the stream open? Have the stream open, so. Live. I have 4 viewers. It is vertical. It is vertical in the studio. And if I just open the wilderness, yeah, it's just streaming vertical. Good. Good. Okay, well.
It's a bit strange because our languages are actually not related, even though we're neighbors, right?
They're very different. Yeah.
Okay, so they're talking about stupid shit. Their own things. It's not stupid. It's just their own things. Here's why Tone is writing down vegans are winning. Because we are, guys. We are winning. And I've been crying yesterday and today. Just tears of joy about this. So something fell into my timeline, like on Google. Just found a random thing on Google where there is an actual cow-free dairy milk being sold already, is on shelves in one country. And you say, big deal, we've heard about stuff like that before. But the bigger news are, right, and it's really hard to find the information on this. I just saw like this one article that wasn't really giving much information, so I went to fucking chat to Gemini to ask it. The bigger news there, guys, that it wasn't created by the cow abusers, but it is being sold by the cow abusers. It is being sold by a large dairy corporation with their name on it and all. And it is also being invested in by another, even larger dairy corporation. And that is the thing that makes me cry tears of joy. Because dairy corporations think they should move away from exploiting cows. We are winning. And even if it's not for us, even if it's for fucking environmental reason or economic reason, it doesn't matter. We are going to take away the ability to torture cows systematically from all the people who lack the spine to go vegan. We're just going to take the option away from them. The second that this company starts producing yogurts and cheeses, it already has a regulation approval in the US, in Canada, and in Singapore. The second they start producing cheeses, we have won. The dairy market is going to die. The dairy torture market is gonna die. And this is why I'm happy as fuck. I'm crying tears of joy for the past, I don't know, it has been like, I don't know, 16 or 18 hours. I'm crying tears of joy because we're winning. And I'm just incredibly happy. That's all. That's all I wanted to share.
With on keto, especially with sleeping and various nondescript problems.
Yes,
So
interesting. I'm going to Google it. All you have to do is look up what's like the
it should be,
symptoms of manganese deficiency.
And you bet your ass the second I can get my hands on that milk, I'm buying it. I'm tasting it despite hating milk. And I'm buying it for my parents.
Because like they tend to say that you can survive off just one cow a day, but you would be like nutrient deficient if you actually were to consume one cow divided into 365 days. Even if you got the amount of calories that.
Why are you pretending you're not crying, Tone? Why are you pretending you're not crying? Crying is good. Crying tears of joy is good. There's nothing to be ashamed of. We're fucking winning.
Because, but you wouldn't thrive. It takes a lot.
Definitely.
It takes a lot because also like you don't die directly if you don't consume fiber, but your risk of heart disease goes up a lot. And there's virtually no fiber in the unless you like eat broccoli and stuff like that, which you can do on a keto diet. But a lot of people they say that you don't need to eat fiber because it's not an essential nutrient, right? Which technically.
So the article itself is something weird. I think somebody's trying to hide this, Brett. The article itself, you can like see it in the Google thing. You know what? I'm gonna search for it. Maybe I just need to go deeper. Maybe somebody just fucking paid for this thing to be not as evident. But then I just like saw the name of the company. I saw the bottle as well. It's like a biodegradable bottle of a thing that looks like milk. And then I just like asked Gemini about it, and I went to the site itself. So you know what? I'll give you all the information that I can surmise. And yeah.
Because we hear so much about it, and we eat. Everyone's an expert because we eat 3 times a day. So whatever you do, you think you got the hang of. Like we're all
very true.
Also, like as just we're a biological being, and like in a sense, you shouldn't really need to be an expert in eating to survive, because we have been surviving before nutrition science was even a thing, before we knew that nutrients existed. But also we have these misconceptions that people ate so much meat in the past, which is not really the case either. So yeah,
I'll never understand that one.
Just had to look for it in a special way.
It just does not make sense to me. Like it would be, you'd starve. Like, I mean, you would take and especially back then when people actually didn't have farmed crops to rely on, like a hunter-gatherer society. I mean, you couldn't just only survive off of animal meat unless you were like an Inuit in Alaska and you know, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there were much more game animals back then. But I mean, anybody's ever tried to. I haven't, but could you imagine in this day and age trying to hunt a deer with a spear? Even if you could throw it perfectly, I mean, they run away from you the minute they smell you.
Yeah.
So that narrows it down to like what, lizards and.
So this is November 10th. Gemini said that on January 21st, I fucking memorized every fucking thing about this. On January 21st, it actually rolled out. It actually is standing somewhere in a supermarket dairy aisle. So it actually already exists in the world. And just fucking amazing. Okay, it's just fucking amazing. My mind is blown, and my heart is filled with joy. For real, for real. I know it's a fallacy, but I can see the slippery slope. I just can feel it, taste it. If the fucking dairy companies, the dairy distributors want this to happen, then it can actually fucking happen. And the dairy farmers who are not going to change are unfortunately going to eat it. And they should change now. They should get out of dairy now before we take away their subsidies, before we take away their demand.
To us, that's either like rotten meat that is like danger, or it's like flowers and stuff, and flowers are associated with fruit, and there we have like the color vision, which is better than almost all predators, which they don't need to see all this colorful stuff. They just need to track the motions, right? But we have our smelling is more like sensitive to the kind of flowers and the colors. And for example, roses smells good to most people would claim, and rosehip is very high in vitamin C, which we need. And for example, if you were giving like a rose to a cat, for example, they would just ignore the smell of a rose, and they don't need to consume vitamin C, but humans do, right? It kind of makes sense for various reasons that if our ancestors were eating all this copious amount of meat, then why do we not see any signs of it in our physiology?
Yeah, I was just looking at this manganese deficiency thing you were talking about, and one of the things was talking about weakened bone structure.
Sorry,
That
can we?
is,
I'm so sorry to get into
sorry.
this, but
you're
Sam,
fine.
are you vegan? What's up, Sam? Chocolate, what's up?
Is it someone in this chat?
Yeah.
Did you mean Jen?
No, I mean Sam. There is Sam. There's a person named Sam.
Wait for a second.
Am I hallucinating?
No.
Do you
Wait, let
mean
me see.
Jen?
No, there is a person named Sam. They're gone now.
Oh.
Okay. I didn't see them.
Guys, let's not forget what this place is for. Like, I love the conversations.
Sure.
Absolutely love it. I would love to get to know all of you so much better than I do. We're here for a reason. Right?
I wanted you to take over, but you were gone for a moment, and now you're back. So you can,
You're
sure, go ahead.
activists in your own ways. Like, just like if you see people come in, let's talk to them, right? So what's up, Chocolate? What's up, Abia? Abia is also seems to be at least not vegan. How we doing?
Yo, what's up?
Yeah. Oof, what a voice. Jesus. You and Tone have to have a conversation now. The two.
Nah, he wins.
Yeah, he wins a little bit, but just a tiny bit though. Are you vegan? Chocolate?
No.
Are you vegan, Chocolate? You're not a vegan, Chocolate. Why can we veganize you? Make you into a vegan chocolate?
Vegan chocolate. It's a thing.
I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not. Oh, why not? What do you think?
Because I like meat.
Okay. So is your argument then, I'm just trying to make it into like something, into logical form for you, right? Because that helps us to discern what is the truth, right? So if I put an argument into logical form, it would be something like, if I like X, then X is good and I should continue consuming X. Is that the argument?
No, I just like meat.
Yeah, so X is meat. So the question is, right, like I'll replace X with just meat. If I like meat, then it's totally fine for me to continue consuming meat. Is that the argument?
Well, if you like meat, you can consume meat. If you don't like meat, you don't consume meat.
What if it's human meat?
Yo, never tried it. Never tried it.
Never tried it. So if you tried it and it was delicious, would you say it justifies exploiting and slaughtering human beings for it?
I don't know. Depends how much tasty it is.
So if it's really tasty, like 2-3 points of taste, tastier than the meat that you usually eat now, then you would say it justifies exploiting and slaughtering human beings for it.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? I just replaced one product with another in your argument, right? Your argument is, I like meat, therefore I'm just going to continue eating meat, no matter where it comes from. No matter that animals were tortured for it, no matter that animals were slaughtered for it. I like meat, therefore I should continue eating meat. I replaced that meat, let's say it comes from a cow, with a meat that comes from a human. I say all is equal, and it's even tastier. Does it justify exploiting and slaughtering human beings for it?
Does it taste better than cow or worse than cow?
Absolutely tastes fantastic, the best thing you ever put in your mouth, including sexually.
I was gonna make a comment on that, but
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Sorry, you are thinking way too long about this. Does it justify to exploit and slaughter fellow human beings if you really, really, really like the meat? Whoa, this is like, don't even answer. Jesus Christ, man. I don't know what to do now.
I think he's
Should I
trolling.
try to educate you? Or what do you think should happen now? Because now I think you're a danger to society because you can't answer quickly. No, absolutely not. We should not slaughter human beings for a very tasty meat. But you are just still thinking about it. So I think we should remove you from society. Or I can try to fix your brain. What do you think we should do now, Chocolate?
Whatever you want, no problem.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking to you.
I say we eat him.
Yeah, I think that's where I was going as well. So what's up, Abir? Jesus Christ, people have like zero ability to reason about morality. The simplest fucking question on planet Earth. Is it justified to slaughter human beings for tasty meat? And the person is thinking for the longest of time. I bet you wanted to say yes, you just got like ashamed of it. Okay, what's up, Abir?
I'm good. What about you?
Yeah, not too bad. Can you answer the question? Does the taste of meat justify exploiting and slaughtering human beings for it?
What do you mean about taste of meat, human? What the fuck?
Sorry, can you speak a bit clearer? No idea what you just said. You don't have to go silent, just speak a little clearer. Just like more into the microphone with intention for me to understand. Chocolate was banned, by the way. Yeah.
That
Jesus Christ, man.
was interesting.
They
That's
will
all
be
I'll say.
fucking. I'm gonna write down that I need to fucking clip this.
Hmm.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
gonna do it.
Why don't you talk to Jen?
Baby. Bite the bullet.
What's up, DJ?
Because I abandoned our friendship and now I've been forgotten.
Oh,
And I am reaping the consequences of such things.
what's up, DJ?
Yeah, I was here. Hello.
You were here earlier?
Hello, bro.
Alright.
Is that what you're saying?
Hmm? Me?
No, I'm talking to DJ.
Oh. Hello, DJ.
Wait a sec, I need to reduce my background noise.
Okay. Do that.
Okay.
Whenever you're
So
ready.
what was the topic here?
Sorry?
What was the topic here right now?
Yeah, the question was one person couldn't answer this, I don't know, seemingly obvious question. I asked him if he really likes the taste of human meat. Does that justify exploiting and slaughtering humans for it? What do you think?
Hmm. I don't have a experience about it, so I don't know.
No, I'm just saying, right?
Because
Let's assume, we can all assume that having something tasty in our mouth, let's assume that human meat is the tastiest meat you ever tried. Would it justify exploiting and slaughtering people for it?
um,
Jesus fucking Christ, another
I know
pedestal
some
thinkers.
research about it that I remember that, yeah, like we get addicted if we eat any kind of meat, that we slowly get addicted to that thing. So I think if not knowingly, if someone was eat sometime human meat, so he will get addicted. It
That's
was
not what I'm
bad, but
asking. That's not what I'm asking. Let me spell it out for you. Let me paint you a beautiful,
okay,
beautiful
okay, I
picture.
understand. Like
Let
it
me
was
paint you a
good or
beautiful
not,
picture.
right?
Let me paint you a beautiful picture since we're already doing it. Okay. You're sitting down in a restaurant, right?
Okay.
A waiter brings you menu. He says, you ask him, what do you think is the tastiest thing on the menu? He says, hear me out, right? It's going to sound strange, but we have this human steak. It's the tastiest thing you will ever eat. Sure, people were exploited and slaughtered for it, but it's so tasty you will never forget it. Do you buy the steak?
Um,
With the soil.
Definitely not, because like uh, I was health conscious about it, and maybe you can say I was like little bit stingy about like meat weight, like what I say. Like
What's
what
his
was
doing?
the disorder called that people like don't like
It's
dirty stuff?
No idea. So you wouldn't buy the steak.
Not, definitely not.
Why not?
So are you from India?
Yep, man. Because like
That's
I
why.
know that uh, we have like, yeah, just like you say, man, I was Indian, so we have lots of varieties in vegetables and tasty spices. So yeah, we don't need any kind of meat to
I wasn't talking
get
about the
it
need.
special.
I was just saying, right? The waiter says, It's the tastiest thing you will ever
Definitely
eat.
not. No.
So,
No.
taste, the pleasure of putting something in your mouth, chewing it, and it being very tasty does not justify exploiting and slaughtering a human being, right?
Like maybe I need to try, then I will share the experience with you. Right now, I can't able to give you proper action, like answer, I guess.
So
This
it
type of
maybe, possibly for you, taste pleasure does justify exploiting and slaughtering humans for it. Please, for the
Nobody
love of
wants to
God,
admit
put me
that,
in
though.
another fucking place. Jesus Christ. One more for the chopping block. I guess we just like, I don't know, should I try? Should I continue talking to DJ? Because DJ, you just became a danger to society potentially, because you just said that possibly, maybe, if you tried it and it was truly worth it, you would be for exploiting and slaughtering human beings for your taste pleasure. Are you sure you want to make that claim?
No, like I don't, yeah, like
Excuse me, can you be clearer? Are you sure you want to make the claim that potentially?
no, definitely,
No.
definitely, I am sure I am not take that plate, 100%.
Why not?
Um, because like you can say we are human, and I don't know, I am not also able to eat egg. So how I am able to eat any kind of meat?
Why is it wrong?
So
Please.
I don't like it. Yeah, like I
Okay,
don't know
so
why.
it is your taste pleasure. So you basically do justify things by whether you like it or not. Is that how you think about
No.
morality?
That last guy did.
Why people second order thought process is available to you? Jesus fucking Christ, please use it.
I don't want to take another option, like I was pretty sure I'm not gonna take that plate.
Okay,
What if
why not? Why would you not take that plate?
Uh because like I why I need to figure it out. Why?
My fucking God.
What if there is her hand?
I was in such a good mood today. What is going on?
I got confused, what I
I got
say.
confused.
Let me ask you, DJ, could it possibly be that exploiting and slaughtering human beings is morally wrong?
Um I think that if police was there, then that was wrong. If no one was watching us, then
It
everything was
wasn't
right.
wrong. If nobody was watching you, you would say it's
Ah,
okay to exploit and slaughter a human being for steak. If nobody, police is not gonna come, you're not gonna get arrested, you would say, it's morally okay to exploit and slaughter a human being for steak or for any other food. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm losing my mind. Somebody save me. Somebody save me from the moron bus.
um
Okay, somebody with
I think
way more patience should talk to DJ.
hey DJ, if you ate something and you're like, wow, that's delicious, and then the guy told you after you ate it that was a human, would you have human again?
I don't know why, man, that my brain was not working about that stuff. That I don't want to think about it. I try to think.
We've made ground. So what you're saying is that when you tie a consequence to the food you eat, you no longer want to eat it.
Hmm.
The minute you have to think about where it comes from, though, suddenly there's a moral dilemma.
Oh.
And that's okay. I'm not putting you on the spot. That's just something to acknowledge that, hey, why is that happening? Why are you gravitating towards that without even realizing it?
This is insane, guys. This is fucking insane. What the fuck is going on?
Let's look at this on perhaps a different avenue. If you ate something, it was delicious, and then somebody told you,
You see why we just have to take the food away from them and not just talk to them? We just have to take away the food from them. That's it. And give them something else and say, this is the same thing. Eat this shit, not that shit. This is why most people are morons. And it's so unfortunate to me because I used to be that moron, right? So I can see it, I can empathize it, but it's just so fucking annoying. I can't do it anymore.
between
It's breaking me.
being mindful of what you're eating and what the cost associated with it. Maybe not, I guess.
You have tried. I appreciate the try.
I tried. Thank you.
Sure. What's up, Athos? Haven't seen the Musketeers referenced in a while. Used to be all the rage when I was young. I read that book like 3 or 4 times.
Who said you're not young? Don't be so hard on yourself.
Why is it
Hard on the
hard?
people who have
We're all growing old. I'm not being hard on myself. I'm just fucking. I am growing old. That's fine.
I guess
There's
I
nothing I
agree.
can do about it. I don't think I'm against it much, anyways. Growing old and wise, especially since I can recognize that I'm growing old and wise. I think it's a good thing. So,
I like
Athos, you
that
want to talk to us
perspective.
or?
It's too quiet in here for the amount of people that are in here.
Oh, you heavy metal fan. English is noob. Heavy metal people should go vegan for sure, for sure. Most heavy metal bands are vegan leaning, anyways.
That's true.
The whole philosophy of heavy metal is just like fucking vegan, anyways. Heavy metal people, kill cow, no good. Don't kill cow. I should learn from Rafaela how to talk to people who have like small ability in English. That's how she talks. What's up, mystery? Da-da-da-da. My good anyways, no, it's still good. I'm in a really good mood. And despite all the people who are unable to reason about morality in the slightest, my mood is still fantastic because we're gonna take the animal abuse away from them anyway. That's what we're gonna do. What's up, Dua? What's up, Dua? How you doing, Dua? Hello. Hello. Aphels, try anyways. Let's try anyways. I'll try to speak simple. You need to practice, right? Anyways.
I'm still here.
Okay.
How do you turn somebody away from wanting to eat meat if they're knowingly choosing it because it tastes good?
Just replace the slaughter meat with non-slaughter meat. But if they're ethically inclined and they just like, oh fuck, I can't imagine not eating meat, right? There is an app for that. It's funny. Everybody says there is an app for that, but there is an app for that. Chris Bryant told us about it. It's called Food Tea. And it's an app that within 2 weeks can just like reduce your craving for a certain food.
Interesting.
Yeah. So if someone is ethically inclined, but has trouble to get rid of those foods in their pantry, we can just give them an app now. So that's good news. Did you know that exists? It does. In fact, I'm gonna embed it in my site, I think. That's a good idea. Food tea.
Do you know how it works, or what is it based on?
So you can actually play it online. Let me put it in the chat quickly. You can actually use it online as well. I think it triggers it just like, I think it triggers the punishment reward area in your brain. But you can try it. You can choose food that you think is not great for you, right? That you're kind of addicted to. I might try this with energy drinks. I've been downing energy drinks every single day. I don't necessarily think it's a bad, it's just like an expense. So I might try it with energy drinks just for funsies. And yeah.
you're Mm. You remind me you remind me so much of this person called Bernie that they were using like an AI to punish them and look at everything they were doing, and if they were lazy or anything, the AI would tell them, "Now you're being lazy, go get to work."
Hello. It's been a long time.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't know if you guys remember me, but it's me.
Of course we do.
I
Are you
don't
still
know.
vegan?
I haven't been here in a while.
Yep, I'm still vegan.
Oh yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Long break off Discord. So like I was like, wow, I forgot about my vegan friends. Let me join it.
Nice.
Same. Hey, has
Yeah.
anybody ever backtracked in this Discord that you're aware of? They've been like, I tried it, wasn't for me.
All the time.
What's their excuse?
Yummy, yummy in my tummy.
Oh. Always comes back to the same thing. A lack of self-control.
Pretty much.
I was fasting because it's Ramadan now. But yesterday I had my family were eating fish and meat and chicken and all that kind of stuff, and I was like, no, thank you. I'm having spring rolls. And spring rolls was enough for me, to be honest. I had like 5 pieces of spring rolls, and I was like, yep, I'm filled. And I had some miso soup with it. So yeah.
I'm so hungry and I'm eating right now.
Lucky. I
Oh,
cannot
darn
eat until 2 hours.
Oh, that's nothing. You'll make it.
So you've got to eat in
Yeah,
a few days as well, though, haven't you?
yeah, I started. It's the third day of Ramadan, I think. Yeah, it's the third day
How
now.
many days does it go on for?
Month.
1 month.
Oh.
Yeah, Ramadan is the name of the month. It's not the name of the
Oh.
holiday.
Okay.
Over
Okay.
there.
Ramadan sucks. I hate Ramadan.
Why?
Yeah. I bet we hate it
Because the Muslims enforce their rule upon others.
Dude,
Fuck them.
don't do that shit in here.
No, we don't.
Yeah, you do.
What do you mean?
No, we don't.
Yeah, you do.
Okay,
Can
let's
speak facts.
let's nip this in the butt right now. We're not here to do this shit, right? We're not here to like take sides on this channel. If you want to duke this out, go to a different channel.
They'll just comment.
That is fair. There are channels for that about this very topic.
Yeah. Ranger, are you vegan?
No.
No? Why not?
No.
No.
Why not?
Because I'm a hypocrite. I like to eat meat.
Okay.
As all humans do.
What
We
is
are
this
all
guy
hypocrites.
assembling?
So you like to eat meat. What makes you a hypocrite? Because you think it's wrong to eat meat?
Morally, yes.
Yeah, it's morally terrible
But
to exploit and slaughter cows, right?
Yes, but
yeah.
on basis of efficiency, I prefer meat because it's delicious and more efficient on gaining resources like protein.
Is that factory? Is that a factory or something? What are you making? Sorry.
Wait, let's not talk too much about that. But yeah, I'm making stop switches. But let's get back
Okay,
to
sorry. Okay.
veganism.
Let's
okay.
carry on with veganism then.
Sure, Ranger. So, you think it's more efficient to produce quote unquote meat than to produce other food that isn't meat?
I didn't say that. I said on the basis of an intake on daily basis. For me,
You said it's more efficient. What did you mean by more efficient?
like buying 200 grams of meat is more efficient way of gaining protein rather than buying like 2 kilos of peas.
Sure.
You
So,
understand? Like
so if so by efficient you just mean it costs less and it's less food and with more protein, right?
yes, because I don't have because I don't have appetite to eat like 2 kilos of peas.
Sure, no problem.
gain
So, there are like other plant foods that are very efficient in protein. Would you like me to tell you about them? And if I do, are you gonna switch?
Well, I would think about it.
So, have you heard of tofu?
Yes.
Yeah, very efficient. It's one of the more efficient protein sources. There is a even more efficient one, and it's heavier, much heavier on fiber, which is good for you than tofu. That's called textured vegetable protein. It's basically soya or other vegetable protein, and it's like 50% protein by weight.
I got a whole bucket of it. It's great.
Yeah, it's cheap as fuck as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's cheap for you guys.
Where do you live?
Iran.
In Iran. Price.
Yes.
Let's check it out, right?
I guess
Yeah.
I'm looking up as
Iran
there's no
textured
cheap
vegetable
vegetables.
protein market. It's best to ask AI, frankly, because then it's gonna really find you how much it costs for the local thing. Let's see if we can find an AI to ask. Textured vegetable market. No, this is all just protein exports.
like for
price
400 grams of like tofu,
Mm-hmm.
I can get like the same amount of like protein. Like I can get same amount of the breast, like chicken breast.
Yeah, so that's why when you
It's the
replace
same.
chicken breast, it's better to replace with textured vegetable protein. Tofu is more of a replacement for beef. Let's find AI
But
to ask.
I didn't know that.
Does the 400 grams is the same amount of like the chicken?
How much TVP costs in Iran, and where can I buy it? Okay, I'm asking AI.
ChatGPT.
Not ChatGPT. I use DeepSeek. It's just like more efficient. So I'm with you on efficiency. So current price, Iranian e-commerce website directly asking, what is it? It doesn't have the real-time pricing.
Yeah,
Health food
that's probably
stores would in
Right
Tehran,
back.
Isfahan, and Shiraz. You can find it in health food stores. Now I know health food stores. People think, oh, it's going to be expensive, but you can buy it bulk, and it's one of the cheapest foods on planet Earth. For real, protein wise.
Like I looked up like for tofu, it says like the cheese tofu. Like, is that the same thing?
Well,
'Cause-
tofu is made like cheese. Tofu is basically soy cheese.
Oh,
yeah. It's the
Yeah,
the production is similar.
It's the
So
same.
it's like it turns into curd, and then you like put that curd under pressure, and it becomes like a block of a thing. But yeah, so tofu can replace beef. They have like incredibly similar protein score profiles, and chicken breast I would replace with textured vegetable protein. There are different sizes. There are even like chicken strip style ways, and what you can do is basically for the same price of chicken breast, you can buy a bunch of TVP, and you can buy a vegetarian or a vegan chicken flavoring, right? We've checked before. I think it does exist in Iran, and you can then just like rehydrate the textured vegetable protein, and you can buy in bulk, and it can just stand in your cupboard. It never spoils ever because it's a dry food. And it's like 50% protein per weight. Per 100 grams, there are 50 grams of protein in there. Yeah.
Someone said a picture. It's a comparison between
Yeah.
chicken and texture vegetable protein.
Now again, this is
TVP,
per
that
weight,
what-
right? So you're gonna have to like use both tofu and textured vegetable protein to get where you want, because TVP it's relatively like big in size, right? When it's rehydrates. I'm a very small person. I can eat 50 grams of TVP easy, right? Like I really love that shit. If you're slightly bigger than me, right, you can, I think, go through 75 or 100 grams relatively easy. It's very easy to prepare, especially if you make like a stew or something. You just like throw it in, throw some vegetarian or vegan. When it's vegetarian, it's usually vegan as well. Like chicken powder in there, and it's just like gonna taste like chicken. It's gonna provide you with more protein. Fantastic stuff. And then you take like, for instance, if you eat eggs, you just like replace it with tofu, and then you again get like much more protein. Like one block of tofu will get you like to 22 to 24 grams. I'm talking about 200 gram tofu size. Usually blocks are 300, aren't they? I just buy a very specific tofu. So like 300 gram block is gonna get you to 33 to 36 grams of protein, whereas a couple of eggs is going to get you to 12. That's silly. Yeah, it's like you can, if you're trying to grow, you can like incredibly easily do it, and sometimes for much, much cheaper. TVP is cheap as fuck.
TVP and tofu.
Yeah,
is a
TVP and
replace
tofu.
for the
Yeah.
beef and chicken, right?
Yeah.
What about the mental impact of like being vegan? Is that any kind of mental impact, like if you stop eating meat?
Yeah, sure. The people around you start to be annoying just because you're vegan, but other than that, you finally, when you stop like contributing to it, it finally dawns on you how terrible you were before when you were paying for exploitation and slaughter of animals. That can get you in a loop for a little bit. But other than that, there are like, if you saying, does a plant-based diet, if you're asking, does a plant-based diet reduces the mental capabilities of vegans, then the answer is no, we have enough evidence for it. There is like some correlative study between vegans and like depression, signs of depression, but it's reverse causality. As a vegan, because the people are shitty around you, you tend to sit more with yourself. The gravity of the world impact on animals is kind of getting you down, but you can get out of that pretty fast, relatively. I mean, it's if the gravity of things that we do to animals doesn't sit on you already, I would consider to become like a more conscientious person in general, because what we do to animals is absolutely horrific. So it should impact us anyways, even if we are not on a plant-based diet.
Hello, guys.
I know, I already explored that path, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like like hypocrite, you know. I acknowledge morally it's wrong to eat meat, but I do it for the pleasure and more than pleasure. Yeah, it's like
the pleasure.
Protein.
So yeah, but like if you can recognize that the pleasure doesn't actually justify this, and I think you do, I think you should change. I have actually this like new tool for you to try if you want, if you're willing to, right? It's called Food Tea. It's like an app, but you can do it online as well. It just helps people like, you know, like if they're addicted to something, it helps them with that addiction. It helps them get over a thing that they are like unjustifiably attracted to. Like it can help you.
Plants
I
also
was
feel pain, you know.
Sorry?
Plants also feel pain. They communicate with each other, you know,
The
like
first
they
thing
have
you
feelings.
say is the dumbest thing you could have thought of. Please don't.
Yeah.
Just please be
No,
quiet.
bro,
for a
it's
moment.
true. It's like a research they have done.
I'm
Like they said
telling
they
you
can
right
feel.
now, be quiet. There's a conversation ongoing.
Yeah, PUBG. I'll
What
get
did
to you
he
in a
say?
second, okay? We'll talk about plants feel pain once we finish talking with the actual serious person in the room. So Ranger, here's the app. This is the app. I just found out about it. I'm told it's fantastic. Within 2 weeks, you will just like want meat less. And since you already think that it's like immoral for you to eat meat, I
eating
think
less
you should
meat.
try it.
Yeah, eating less meat. I agree, but
No.
I
That's
cannot
not
like
what I'm saying.
promise that I'm gonna
Ranger,
stop.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying this will help you eat less meat and then you should stop doing that. I'm saying, you know, you're a hypocrite. You know you eating meat is unjustified, but you keep getting back into meat because you like the flavor of it. This app can help you like the flavor less so that it doesn't cloud your judgment as much as it does right now, where you have to admit that you're a bad person, basically, in order to continue eating meat. This will help you stop being enslaved by meat. That's what I'm saying.
Got you.
There's
It
also
requires a bit of...
microbiome.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
I would give it a try.
Yeah, okay. So it's in the chat. I put it in the chat for you. Listen, Ranger, no matter what, right? We don't shame people here. Try that app. Try the suggestions that I gave you. Come back and have a conversation with us again. Can you promise that?
Well, in the past, yeah, I can.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I would say like in the past, it was like a year ago, I think. I came here, people like accused me of like pedophilia. I can understand.
No, that's not what was going on. That's not
like,
what was going on. That's not what was going on. Don't lie. Or maybe you misunderstood.
At that time. No,
They were not accusing... No. Ranji, I was here a year ago. They were not accusing you of pedophilia. They were replacing the victim of somebody else's actions in your argument. That doesn't mean they were
That was a
saying
good
you're a
analogy then.
pedophile. No.
No, that's not a good analogy. Like comparing meat eaters to the pedophiles is
That's not what they're
unjust in my
comparing to.
opinion.
That's not what they're comparing to. So, what you just said, right? It's Motte and Bailey fallacy, right? I'm going to share my screen 1 second because this is important for us to fix our minds because sometimes we misunderstand something. It fucks with our brains. All right. So I'm sharing my screen. So look into it. Okay. So a lot of people come in here and they say the following. If I like meat, right? They say, I like the taste of meat, right? That's what people usually say. You said that as well. Is that so far we are in the same place?
Correct?
Correct, right. The formal argument for this would be the semi-formal, because if I like meat, then it's, justified for me to eat meat, right? So far, we're on the same page?
I wouldn't say that. In my point of view, I was justifying with the nature fallacy. Well, it was natural.
Yeah.
In the past,
What?
we eat
Yeah, sure.
meat when we didn't have this synthetic things, right?
Yeah, that's a fallacy as well. But listen, this is very important because there was somebody else who got really upset with me about this. Oh, how do you compare sexually exploiting a child with eating meat? This is not what we are comparing, okay? So meat, right? You to see if your argument stands on in justice, right? You just replace it with X, right? So the argument, the form of the argument becomes, if I like X, then it's justified for me to do X, right? We'll replace do, eat with do, okay? This is the form of the argument. X, you now can replace with anything, right? We can replace X with orange now. If I like oranges, it's okay for me to eat oranges, okay? Or we can replace it with something incredibly severe, and that's what it's been done to you. Because when you show somebody that they can't accept this very severe thing, we can then say, well, what's the difference between those two things? Okay, so if I like, and I'm going to say something upsetting, Ranger, I hope you will forgive me for this. If I like what kids look like, it's okay for me to buy porn. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you're saying the severity, you can't even compare, you say. Sure, the severity of those things, the closeness of those things is to you as a human being is different. But we are comparing two immoral actions, one of them much more immoral for you, right? To show you that the structure of the argument is terrible and it can justify all kinds of shit, all kinds of terrible, immoral shit. You understand?
It is.
Yeah.
It is immoral. I can agree, but justifying it and subjecting other people to saying that they're like them, I don't agree with that. Like, it's not a good analogy. You would say
they weren't analogizing, right? They were just showing you that in a colloquial way, right? I'm showing you seem to be pretty smart, right? So I'm showing you the formal structure, the semi-formal structure of the argument, of the premise in this case, right? So if I like X, then it's justified for me to do X, is a terrible justification that can lead other people into justifying really bad stuff. So you should stop using this as an argument for eating meat, is the point. That's the point. They're not saying eating meat is the same as buying child porn. No. Yeah, they're not saying that.
I don't think you weren't there.
Yeah, I
was
know.
there. This is anecdotal, okay?
Mm-hmm.
People were angry. People like
Mm-hmm.
saying things like ad hominems because they want to prove that they're right?
Mm-hmm.
At that time, that guy accused another person, and I wasn't there. I was there. I mean, accused other person of pedophilia and accused me because like I told him, oh, it's based on nature. He said, oh, yeah, in the nature there is no consent. Like each animal like rapes each other. Are you rapists? Are you like? I don't know. It's like gives the bad impression.
Yeah, I know.
We can like
It's an
talk like
unkind.
civilized people.
I know it's an unkind way to do this, right? It's a very, very unkind way to do this. But basically, the structure. That's why I like doing this, especially since like a couple of weeks ago, somebody got really upset with me about this. I like to do this now. I'm showing you the structure of the argument, and I'm replacing the victim in that structure, right? Or I'm replacing the action in that structure to show you that your argument could also justify that thing, and that thing is bad. And if the thing that you are doing is also bad, that's your justification, the justification, then it's terrible, right? Because you can, if you replace X with oranges, no issue there, because there is no issue with oranges. Eating oranges is not an action that has immorality behind it, at least not the kind that you can see. Maybe there is like some kind of a utilitarian immorality in the production line of oranges or something like that. But generally speaking, right, eating oranges doesn't come from exploitation and slaughter of animals, right? Or doesn't come from exploitation and killing of humans. So you can, it's just like a really good way to see if you reached the truth with what you are speaking. So for instance, you now know that you were appealing to nature, and that was a fallacy. That was the wrong thing to do, because some things in nature are good, other things in nature are bad. We are kind of above nature these days, outside of nature these days. So like justifying things with what is natural is just like silly for us. We don't do almost anything that is natural, absolutely almost zero, right? So all this shows is justification, not great, right? And we should consider it in other directions. We should talk about it in different ways. But I understand people get upset with it. I'm trying to move away from that as well. But here's the thing: in order to allow people to think morally, you have to give them two examples. One is a thing that they find immoral, and it is indeed immoral. Another is a thing that they don't find immoral, and it is indeed immoral. And ask them what the difference between those two actions is. That's the thing that we're trying to do here. And I think you're on your way, Ranger. What do you think?
What I think?
Yeah.
I think you're kind of right.
Yeah.
Like, but I said, like, to me, it doesn't come from my logic or my morality, you know. I agree. It's immoral. It's illogical. But I do it anyway.
Okay. Well, I gave
know,
you
that's
a
the
couple
problem
of
with
tools
me.
there. I gave you a couple of tools to change that, because I think
Yeah,
it's
I will
like
try it.
important for us to grow and like to become more moral people. Because at the end of the day, right, like when I put my head on a cushion, right, trying to fall asleep, the day replays in my mind, right? And if I've done something immoral, it really just like sticks there. And at the end of the day, every day I wake up, it's just like my goal to be a better person. If I can change something to be even better than I am today, I think I should, right? So it's just like, it's like a source of pride for me that I'm capable of becoming a better person. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. All right.
Understand.
So just to end this part of the thing, so give it a try, the things that we talked about. Give the app a try, especially. Tell me how it's working out for you. Come back in a couple of weeks and we can have a discussion again. Okay?
I will, but I don't know if I can, you know. The situation is crazy in this
I
part of
understand.
world.
Yeah, Iran is fucked right now. Fuck yeah. I'm so sorry to hear, by the way. I
No,
hope nothing
don't
too
worry.
bad is happening. I hope nothing too bad is going to happen as well. I'm so sorry to hear.
No, it's
Challenge
don't worry.
22 is also operating in Iran as well, if you
Yeah.
wanted to try that.
Who's operating?
Challenge 22.
I'll put it in the chat as well.
Who's that?
I'm putting it in
They,
the chat for you as well. There you go.
you can sign up to it and they will put you in a group, either WhatsApp or Facebook. I don't know how they do it there because I'm assuming you don't have access to either, but I'm sure they will have a way and they will tell you. Anyway, you can sign up, they put you in a group and they send you recipes for 22 days. And you can ask questions in that group, any questions you want. And there's access to a dietitian if you need it. They want to make sure that you are healthy, trying a plant-based diet. There will be other people there that you can talk to. And you're all going through the same thing, which may be very helpful.
Anyway, thanks. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Thank you for being
I might
awesome,
try
by
it.
the way, Ranger. I think you're like very open-minded,
No
very
worries.
nice
Like,
person.
yeah, I come here to understand and learn, you know. I might
Yeah.
disagree, but that doesn't make me,
You know,
as
doesn't
stubborn.
sound to me like you disagreeing. Not gonna lie. I think you are. You just need to change your habits a little bit, and then you're gonna be there.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, thanks for
You know,
the
for the animals,
conversation.
because they don't deserve this shit. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
No one deserves that kind of shit.
True.
Anyway, have a good one, guys.
Yeah, you too,
Take
Ranger.
care.
Thank you. What's up, Sunny? Sunny here. Wait, where is the person who claimed that plants feel pain?
Oh, he's gone.
Who's gone? That's a shame. Really wanted to go through this for the 1000th time.
Yeah, I'm sure there was some bullet bites there.
Yeah.
But plants do feel pain.
Oh, awesome. Who's that? Is it
Don't
Onis?
you?
Is that you?
Easy.
Safe? Yeah, easy. So plants do feel pain, you say?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, awesome. How did you reach that conclusion?
So, plants release pheromones when they die, and it's like, I heard it's similar to the way humans feel pain and then scream and stuff.
Should I take you seriously for real?
And also, they have nerves.
Do they? Okay. So if
Don't I
there was
know
like
this
a...
voice?
Yeah, and I think so as well. So
Yeah,
just like...
I think I've heard them sometime.
Let's just get our bullet bite and then just move on. So easy. If there was a burning building, right? And in that burning building, there was a aloe vera plant and a puppy. You can only save one. Which one would you save?
Is the aloe vera or the puppy mine?
Sure, both of them are yours.
I favor the puppy over my plants. My puppy is more expensive.
Oh, just because like so if it was like a more expensive plant, one of them there is like a plant with like holes in the leaves that costs like $2,000 per pot. So and your puppy was just like a rescue, then you would save the plant?
It depends on context.
So the context is your building is burning. You can only save one. There is a $2,000 plant for which you pay $2,000, and then there is a puppy whom you rescued. Would you save the plant or the puppy?
How much is my puppy maintenance?
How much is your puppy maintenance? It costs you money, whereas it costs you nothing to grow the plant. You just add water.
Okay, so for me, I'll save the puppy because puppies have eukaryotic cells, whereas plants do not.
Okay, so eukaryotic cells. Okay, cool. So puppies are more morally worthy than plants, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do cows have eukaryotic plants? Cells, sorry.
Yeah. Cows
Yeah.
do have eukaryotic cells, but plants also have cells, so.
Awesome. Yeah, plants also have cells indeed. So if instead of a plant and a puppy, there was in a burning building a single soybean or a baby cow and a pile of soybeans, you can either save the single soybean or you can save the baby cow and a pile of soybeans. Which one would you save?
The baby cow and a pile of soybeans, because a pile is bigger than one soybean.
Awesome. So by going plant-based, you are basically burning one soybean while saving a baby cow and a pile of soybeans.
Yeah, but just because plants like can feel pain doesn't mean that they should have the same respect as animals. I like
Yeah, there
animals,
you go.
so yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you liking animals is what makes them morally worthy. I think it's the eukaryote cells for you. So why aren't you plant-based then? You can save the most beings from being exploited and slaughtered, basically.
Well, I am mostly plant-based.
Okay, what's keeping you back from being fully plant-based or even vegan?
Well, to be honest, the taste of meat.
Mm-hmm. So we're back to this. Does the taste of meat then, sorry, not this. Does the taste of meat then justify causing the most harm?
No, not at all. I only
Okay.
eat meat like once a month or once every 3
So,
months.
Does it you eating meat once 3 months justify slaughtering a baby cow for it?
It's better than nothing, is it not?
I mean, nothing would be better because according to you, if there is a burning building, then you should save the baby cow and the pile of soy. And that's what you do every time you don't eat a steak and eat a plant-based tofu, for instance.
Yeah, but I'm only saving the baby cow because you also added a pile of soybeans.
Oh, so it's the soybeans that needs to be saved. Like if I told you there is one pile of soybeans and a baby cow without the pile of soybeans, then you would say the pile of soybeans?
Then that would be a tricky decision.
Oh, why?
Because a pile of soybeans is more than one organism. A baby cow is just one organism. So
Sure.
yeah,
So
we
if
gotta
there
be
was
fair.
Yeah. It just sounds very fair, what you're saying. So if in that burning building there was a pile of soybeans or one baby, human baby, you would still save the pile of soybeans?
The human baby is of my own species. I am
Why does that
morally
matter?
not allowed to save the baby.
Why does that matter?
Because
I
by
thought we should
by
supposed to be
law, I don't
just
want to
and
be
fair,
arrested.
and I thought because there are more soybeans and because cows having eukaryotic cells doesn't matter all of a sudden. Shouldn't we be just in case of a human baby as well and just save the pile of soybeans because there is more of them? Surely that's justice to you.
No, lawfully, I have to save the human baby.
Well,
If
let's
there
say you
was
don't
no
have.
law
What law
regarding
says?
that, I wouldn't
Let's
get
say
a
you don't.
manslaughter
Wait, what
charge
law says
on
that?
soybeans.
Wait, what law says that?
Wait, what?
Wait, what law says that? That you're
You could
obliged
get
to
charged
save
for
someone
manslaughter
from
or
for not
negligence.
saving for not saving someone from a burning building, endangering yourself. Like what law says this?
With the
Manslaughter?
with the puppy analogy, she said that the puppy is mine. So I'm also assuming the baby is mine.
Yeah, but
Wait, if
don't
the
be
baby is
silly.
not yours, you're
You're
not
not
gonna save the
breaking.
baby?
Yeah.
I said if the
You're
baby
not
is mine,
breaking
I
any law
lawfully
here.
have to save it.
And the baby is not
No,
yours?
you're not. You're not breaking any law, so don't be silly and make stuff up, right?
Yeah.
Manslaughter is a law.
Yeah.
Negligence is a law. I
Yeah.
could be charged.
Yeah, those are law, but you're not breaking any law by not saving a baby from a burning building. You're not obliged to do that. Just Just so you know, right?
Easy, don't be a
So I'm not obliged to save children.
Yeah. Not lawfully. You're not obliged to save children, no. Anyways, if the child is not yours, are you gonna say? Wait, hold on, see. If the child is not yours, are you gonna save the pile of beans?
The child is not mine. Why would that be my worry?
Yeah, I'm just asking. Are you gonna save the pile of beans or the baby?
If the pile of beans is mine, then the beans.
Okay.
Because
awesome.
the child isn't mine.
Oh, cool. Thank you for showing us who you are. I appreciate that, Easy. But I don't want to have a conversation with you anymore because I think your morality is fucked. I hope that's okay. Let's move on to somebody else. The Fool,
Yeah,
what's
okay.
up? The Fool, what's up? Understandable, you seem familiar. Have we had a discussion before?
Huh? I don't remember.
Yeah, okay. Are you vegan?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
I mean, it's very hard to explain, you know. So
Sure, try it. Yeah, I'm waiting. Hello? I guess we're not gonna get any answers now. Matador, what's up?
yeah. To be honest, you know, like the reason I think I don't want to be vegan because I don't want to put myself in some kind of identity of being vegan.
So is it part of your identity to be a meat eater?
Like, yeah, it's part of my identity.
Sure. So it's part of your identity to slaughter sentient beings, to exploit and slaughter animals, right?
No, that's the. I would say it's my indirect identity.
Sure. So it's part of your identity,
Yep.
Ignited identity, to exploit and slaughter sentient beings, and you don't want to assign to yourself the identity of not exploiting and slaughtering sentient beings. Am I understanding this right?
Sorry, can you repeat?
It's part of your identity, indicted identity right now, to exploit and slaughter sentient animals. And you say, oh, I just don't want to assign to myself the identity, to change my identity to somebody who doesn't exploit and slaughter animals. Is that it?
Yeah, but you know, like, I guess I'm kind of unsuitable for both identity because I'm not I'm not in the stage of like eating meat or anything. You know, like I'm just sitting here. So I guess I'm not assigning to any identity now.
So does your identity change between meals?
No, I would not say my identity is changing. I don't even know like who I am.
Okay. So let's say hypothetically, right? You have two options in front of you right now: to become the person who continues to pay for exploitation and slaughter of animals and be part of your identity, or to become a person who doesn't pay for exploitation and slaughter of animals and make that part of your identity. Which one do you think is the better choice for you, the morally better choice?
Yeah, for me now, I would say the morally better choice would be that I don't want to contribute in those things.
Can you say the words
Yeah.
like contribute to exploitation and slaughter of animals, right?
Yeah, that's like if yeah, like I can say that I can say while if I want to go to that like if I want to do that. But right now, I'm not thinking that doing.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
this is one of those things, right? It's kind of weird, right? You don't know who you are. You recognize that it
Yep.
would be morally better for you to become the person who doesn't pay for exploitation and slaughter of animals, who doesn't contribute to exploitation and slaughter of animals. But you're saying, well, right now I'm not thinking about it. Isn't that weird? You're in the midst of forming your identity, right? But you're not thinking of this
Yeah,
aspect
like
of your future identity, despite knowing that it's the more moral choice. In fact, you came in here and a couple of minutes ago, you said, I don't want this to be part of my identity to not pay for exploitation and
yep.
slaughter of animals. So this kind of seems kind of strange to me. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, it made us strange, like everyone has a different perception. Like I would say, like my perceptions is different from yours. Like it's I would because it's just my opinion I'm sharing you to, and I guess it's
What's
just
stopping
because
you
and
from?
opinions are subjective.
Sure. Well, we all have opinions, but
Yep.
the question is, are those good opinions, Sometimes people can have trash opinions. Do you know any people with absolutely trash opinions?
Yep, I know people's having absolutely trash opinions, but I would say my even my opinions in the sense of exploiting animals may sounds very absurd to you peoples, but even in the grand scheme of things, what I have the potential to do it, that this doesn't gonna affect much more anything to me. So that's why I'm just sticking about like on my regular basis, and I'm even thinking about the thing which I don't want to listen.
So when you say this doesn't affect you, in what way do you mean that it doesn't affect you? It seems to me that it affects you greatly, but well, you just like don't see the
If
changes
the
on the
action
day-to-day life.
it will affect me, if I'm
Yeah.
if I will see, if I will do it by my own hands, if I like, it will affect me in that scenario, but but I'm not having that scenario.
Oh, I'm understanding. So you
Yep.
think if you had to exploit and slaughter animals by your own hands, then you would become
Hello.
vegan immediately, right?
Yeah, with by my own hands, if I have to kill and some like eat, then like I would definitely wouldn't do that. I would eat some grass, So, but indeed,
Grass.
what I'm doing is that I'm not directly. I would think this indirect harm doesn't affect me so much.
Well, that's where I disagree with you. It doesn't affect you in a way that it doesn't give you the shock of taking a knife and slaughtering an animal, right? It doesn't give you that, but it affects you greatly to do nothing, to not change. It affects you greatly. You just can't see those changes. You can't see that
Even
effect.
I think I can see
Yeah.
those changes, but like even I said in the grand scheme of the things that I do, it's by like I wouldn't even even thinking of that, like it just happens, like it just
Yeah.
like I mean it just I do not even remember like being vegan anymore. Like I just eat the normal stuff. That's the thing. And then it's just like unintentional, I
Can
would
I
say,
share something? Can I share something?
I guess.
Okay. I am not vegan, and I don't come here to insult veganism. I come here just to talk about like the way I see eating animals.
Yeah. Can we finish the conversation with that person and then we can talk to you? Do you mind?
How long does it take?
I don't know. We're
So I
in the
come
middle
back.
of a fucking conversation, though. Like, right? You came in right in the middle of a conversation.
It's all right. It's all right. I just wanted to introduce myself.
Ah, okay. Well, glad to meet you. We can have a conversation in a second.
It's just that I am going to be listening to something else in the meantime.
Okay. Well, I guess sure. How about you go ahead and you tell me what you wanted to say?
I say it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I don't know how it works. I've come here before, and like I would say, like I think I am more carnivore, but they would say no, that's not a thing. there's no more carnivorous people or something. Still, nonetheless, even if it's bullshit, I kind of feel it like that way, you know. And I tried veganism, and it's not easy, you know. It's not easy for me.
What's so hard about veganism? Is it hard for you to take the stance against exploitation and slaughter of animals, or?
No, it's not that. It's not that. I don't think of it that way. The way I think it is.
Then we're not talking about veganism anymore. We're talking about plant-based dieting.
No. I'm talking about why I eat meat and why I don't cease to eat it because of the idea of animal abuse. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's because.
So you know animals are abused for your meat, but you're not stopping anyways.
Look, in my mind, that animals are being abused. Yes, I'm answering your question. I mean, it's just if you maybe if I have like, I'll do
you
this.
Just sound
I'll just
upset
answer
about
this question.
You just sound upset about answering my question.
Speak.
That's it.
No, I'm answering it. Like the idea that animals are being tortured is nebulous in my mind. I don't have it like present in my mind. It's like really, I just go and I buy the meat, and I don't think beyond that meat that I'm buying, right?
Do you think that's a good justification to
works.
continue buying meat? Because you do know that they are exploited and tortured. You do know that. You're just not thinking about it when they
but it's
so I'm
not,
asking if it's a good
justification,
though. I'm asking if it's a good justification for it, right? So lately I've been doing this. I've been trying to structure people's arguments. So I think your argument is if it's not present in my mind when I buy meat, that an animal was tortured and slaughtered.
I'm being much more casual about it. Like
for
when
that meat, then it's fine. Is this your argument? For me to
No. Wait. You don't understand. You don't understand. Like you're getting this. I'm gonna just.
I'm asking you a question. Is this your argument or not?
Like I just came in here. Came in here from my life. Like I'm in my life in the real world. I come into Discord now and again, but I don't come into veganism that often. And right now I come in here. I have no idea much about veganism or anything. I come from my life doing my stuff that I do, like the billions of people on this earth. That there are like, I don't know, billions eating across the world, hundreds of thousands of different types of meat. And then one of those people comes here, you know, from many activities, you know, surfing, skydiving, I don't know, running around, work, traveling, you know, whatever, a funeral, whatever. And then I come and I enter the veganism place. I start to casually explain my life around meat. And then you start to dissect what I said into this thing that you were writing down of my comment and using that as a debate thing of like, because animals are being killed. And I'm telling you, like, look, I come from a completely different headspace, right? And there's like many different ways you can eat meat. For example, from a young age, you were just eating it because you didn't know shit. You were a kid and you were in a barbecue every weekend and they were just pulling out meat, seasoned meat, putting it on the center of the table, and everyone was eating from it, and you were a kid and you just eat it, right? You're not thinking about all these things you're talking about.
Oh, can't relate. My meat was slaughtered in front of me, so I can't relate.
No, I'm saying that I come from like that trajectory, right? When I was a teenager as well, I wasn't thinking about veganism. I was caught up in the you know, ordeals of a teenager in a city, high school. And I wasn't thinking about that. Like maybe I saw a poster or something, you know, don't eat animals, no, whatever, a pig. And I would laugh at it, like because I was that kid, because I was surrounded by those kids, right? And now I'm here. I'm 33. I've eaten meat all my life.
At one point, I heard about veganism or vegetarianism, plant-based. I don't know what it is. I don't know the terms, but I did it. It was kind of good. I think there are benefits. I think that people who can do it, maybe they're benefiting more than the meat eater. But I also think there may be some gut stuff where some people digest beans better, and get protein from plants better or something, right? Something like that. I don't know. But that's what I feel.
I mean, listen, your
it's
feelings
a
are
diet.
valid, but I don't know if they're like in any kind of like the feelings that you're describing, right? They are actually, some of those things are actually like empirical claims, right? I don't want to, you accused me of becoming like trying to put you in a debate, but I don't understand why you would expect this to not become a debate. Most people, as you described yourself,
Because
right?
I
You
think
didn't.
the
Hold on.
change.
I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk.
Go.
So you described yourself that most people don't even think about these kind of things. They don't think about it because most people are not capable of talking about morality logically. They are just like being indoctrinated from childhood to continue participating in this absolute moral atrocity. And then you say, well, I tried the diet once, felt okay on it and stopped being on that diet. But I think there is this magical thing where beans are not digested as well or something, as if beans are touted to be the best source of protein anyways. So I can talk to you about nutrition. I'm very well versed in nutrition. We also have like nutritionists here. I can just like provide a nutritionist for you. But veganism is a moral position against exploitation and slaughter of animals. That atrocity that we all grew up learning, being indoctrinated into participating in, it is still atrocity despite everybody participating in it. So we're here to talk about the moral justifications to continue paying for exploitation and slaughter, and not necessarily about people's feelings about it. I'm sorry, you can tell me your feelings, that's fine, and I have listened to them. I can validate those feelings. I grew up in a similar way. Okay, but let's move on from this.
All right. I want to ask about apart from yes, animals are being killed, okay, which is probably not the nicest thing in the world. I agree. What else? What are proven things that veganism, being plant-based, are going to give us in terms of longevity, all of these things? What are the relationships between meat eaters and the others in longevity, whatever metrics
Sure,
of other
plant-based
kinds?
diet, generally speaking, increase longevity and reduce the risk of certain diseases, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and colorectal cancers.
So, apart of people getting killed and so on, what are the other benefits of not eating humans?
Yeah.
Just curious.
Yeah, Jesus, it's just vegan Jesus. It's just kind of clear to me that Magnani doesn't want to talk about the morality of a thing, so I'm just playing ball, I guess.
I'm just reading here now, well, life expectancy.
I'm just interested in the benefits of not killing human beings or other people. I hear you guys killing humans is not so cool and so on. They're suffering, but what are the other benefits? I need more benefits.
Oh, you're okay. I thought you were genuinely asking that, and then it was you were trolling me, right?
Benefits though.
He's not trolling
okay.
you. He's not trolling you. He's trying to replace the victim the victim in your argument with a being that you will actually find it immoral to kill for this kind of justification, right? He's just replacing the victim in your argument. And I'm sorry if that's debate bro-y to you, but this is incredibly important when we talk about morality.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it was a device to try to draw my attention into that. It's okay.
No, not to draw your attention, to make you understand how terrible your argument was for continuing paying for exploitation and slaughter of animals.
Okay.
He's not trolling you, right?
Yeah, but
He's just trying to make you think about it.
Hey, wait, I'm not saying it's... I say I understand that he used humans to drive a point home. That's what I'm saying, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So... I understand that, yeah, we're killing animals. Now you're saying like you're putting a human to try to make me see these are living conscious beings we're killing, and it's like fucked up, right? So, but what I wonder is, like, objectively, and I know that there's a headspace where I can get if I want. I feel I can get there, which is seeing it as a terrible thing, killing animals. Like I think my mind, I think people's brains are like something that holds things inside, right? So anyone could hold this idea. But what I ask is, this conflicts with an idea that I have in my mind, which I have formed, which is like there's, and apologize me if it sounds weird, but there's no objective morality. And so based on this, I have to ask, like, why is it bad?
Sure. So
Right?
I have a logical argument right here. I've put it on my screen as well, but I'm gonna go through it. I'm just gonna read it out, okay? Because it's well written. So the vegan position comes. Yeah, go on.
So I see that what we're going to see here, if I'm not wrong, is like we're going to see mistreatment of animals all throughout the whole process of all of this happening. But
what do you mean?
Maybe a counter argument to this would be, but would you say that if the death is abrupt, painless, and doesn't hurt a single bit, it's okay?
So I'll answer after you answer my question. I'm gonna replace the victim again. Is it moral to kill a person if you do it like painlessly?
Well, again, like because morality is so different. Because,
yeah, I'm asking about your moral position, right? I'm asking you.
Well, I've had moments in my life of so much inner suffering, mental and emotional, like hells, that at moments I was like, I think life is the bad part. I think death is kind of like sleeping.
So let's instead of let's instead of you in the past put a person who's not suicidal, who doesn't want to die, they want to live, lead a relatively happy life.
That's me as well. That's me as well.
Sure, cool.
Like
so
I can fluctuate between those two a number of times a day. Okay.
I'm sorry to hear, but like,
no, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's like a roller coaster. It's okay.
Yeah. So would it be moral to painlessly kill them if they don't want to die? They don't need to die. You literally can just like not kill them.
I don't see life and death as like black and white. I think it depends. It depends so much.
So I gave you all the criteria, all the context in my question, right?
Yes.
The context is the person doesn't want to die. They're generally happy. They want to continue living, right? Yes. Would it be moral to painlessly kill them? No, I feel the same way about animals. I don't think it's just the torture while killing that is the problem. It's the act of killing, of slaughter itself, right? It's unjustified. We don't need to do this. So like going middle range and saying, yeah, sure, we'll somehow gonna slaughter trillions of animals that we slaughter a year somehow painlessly in their sleep or whatever, right? Fantasy, first of all. But second of all, I would say that
why would
is
it be
morally
fantasy?
wrong
No,
in itself. The act
But
of killing
there-
somebody who doesn't want to die is morally wrong.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I
Can I explain
think
why?
that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I wasn't in the process of doing that. Okay, so the vegan position comes from understanding the reason for why it's immoral to exploit and kill sentient beings when it's unnecessary. That's the important part. To most people, to me, it's not. When we consider why it's not okay to exploit and kill humans, for instance, it is reduced to the following. Humans are capable of experiencing the life around them and prefer to live. Generally speaking, they are, of course, suicidal human beings. They can feel pain, fear, joy, and other emotions that make us not want to experience the negative feelings. Those experiences are part of what it means to be sentient. Humans and animals are different in many ways, but we have some things in common, including sentience. This means that, for the same reason, it's immoral to exploit and kill humans in the context of lack of necessity, right? It's also immoral to exploit and kill animals in the same context. The exploitation and killing of animals is not necessary in the 21st century, where we are used to products that result from exploitation and slaughter of animals, but we have alternatives to all or most of those products. This means that it's immoral to exploit and slaughter animals in the 21st century because it is unnecessary for us to do so, which makes it crueler, absolutely immensely cruel, to then create these monsters companies that exploit and slaughter trillions of both wild and bred animals.
Yeah, I mean, well, a number of things that I want to just brief comments.
Sure.
One is that I think there is a fundamental distinction between a chicken and a human being.
Sure.
Right?
I made the distinction as well. Remember?
So, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, like, if you were to, like human beings have their own lives. So
Mm-hmm.
you go and you have a partner, and then you have a job. It's not free. Like, you have to have a job. You have to pull your own weight, then have a kid, you know, and then grow them up in a world,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where there's like many different conflicting dualities of interests that many times are like the opposite poles, and they hold that this is the right thing and this is the right thing, right? And maybe the point in the center sometimes is actually the solution or something. But those chicken, right, that were then slaughtered,
Mm-hmm.
like, we're born for that, right? I guess you got this argument many times here, but
Yeah.
that's just maybe it's gonna be criticized, that argument. I sense in the chat, perhaps, or whatever.
Absolutely.
But like,
Don't you even worry about we're gonna criticize it to death.
yes,
But
yes,
finish your
yes,
point.
yes. No, yeah. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's obvious that this has been mentioned in the past because it's just so you know, whatever.
Okay.
So obvious, right? So obvious that I was gonna say that as an argument, right?
No, not
So
necessarily. Every person goes first to a different argument. But I think you made your point.
yeah, but
You're saying the difference is that human beings have like a
no, but
family
there's something
and a
else. There's
job,
something else. There's
right?
something else to it.
Mm-hmm.
No, but there's something else to it.
Okay.
Because it's like a life that wouldn't exist. I'm trying to get a
Mm-hmm.
little bit philosophical here, right?
Sure.
So it wouldn't have existed. And like, in a way, many people think like, look, yeah, it's sentient, but like, we sentient beings,
Mm-hmm.
we're just like this substance we drew from the food we ate, and it's scattered around. And then if this stuff gets together, it forms like a chicken, right? And then that thing has this consciousness within. We don't really know what that is, but like that creature was not going to be there, and then we gathered up this resources through another chicken that made an egg, but these are just stuff that is the other chicken is eating, and it's transformed into this other thing. So what's the big deal with like death and all that, you know? If it doesn't suffer, like, you know what I mean? Like, why the big deal? Why, like, at one point in time, you know, women couldn't vote, right? Now they can. Why couldn't it be that at one point in time we're going to be like saying like, why did these people back then had such a big deal about death when it's like much easier, just like, you know, like Futurama, you got like a suicide booth, and then the population of humans is it's all like, you know, vital, and like, you know, the world is actually cool and not like full of half dead people scraping
Sorry,
by.
EPM. If I was to kill you and eat you, would you have an objection to that?
Yeah.
Why?
So, but the question becomes, sorry, magnaninum. Sorry.
If I were a chicken, I wouldn't mind. If I were a
Yeah.
chicken, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, there you go. So if we bred humans, didn't let them have families and jobs, can we systematically exploit and slaughter them for burgers?
Repeat that?
Sure. I'm writing it down as well. Them for food. So if we bred humans, didn't let them have families, but we bred them, so now they have a life. That's cool. And then just like locked them up in like concentration camps, the way farms are.
No, because I think that's
and
slavery. I'm against slavery.
That's fine. Okay. You against slavery in case of humans, but not in case of animals? Animals are slaves. They're animal slaves, but they're still slaves in
I'd have
those
to think
farms.
about
They
that
can't
before
leave.
answering it.
Yeah, they can't leave.
Yes,
They're
but
bred into that. And you seem to think that's a better thing than not existing at all. To be bred into existence just to be slaughtered one day, you think that's better than not existing at all.
I will tell you a circumstance where I thought this could be bad, but then I thought, wait, like imagine, it's weird philosophical out there, but just to make a point. Imagine that reincarnation is real, right? And there's so many animals in this, you know, production centers, and then there's a great chance you're gonna just be one of those. And I'm just starting to think like, oh, I think that would suck. You know, I think we shouldn't do that. If you're an animal, hopefully you're in the wild, having a free life.
A
So
family.
that might be.
Sounds like
yeah.
Sorry to interject. It sounds like John Rawls' veil of ignorance. You don't know who you're going to be, and you should base your actions based on not knowing who you are in the grand scheme of things. John Rawls. Think it sounds to me like that's what you're thinking of.
Repeat it, but more like what is the point?
John Rawls' wheel of ignorance, that you don't know who you're going to be in the world. When you're making a decision of whether an action is right, it's not based on who you are in the situations. You're ignorant and you're standing like behind the wheel and basing your judgments of what's right and wrong without yourself being an actor in the play, so to speak. It's an American philosopher, John Rawls, who coined that term, the wheel of ignorance. Sorry to interject, Abraham.
You said the veil of ignorance.
The veil of ignorance. I have it on my screen. I'm sharing my screen with it.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. I know. Yeah, I know. Let me. Okay. Let me see that.
Yeah, you can Google it as well. It's a very important philosophical concept.
Imagine you have the opportunity to build the most fair world. A philosopher named Rawls proposes a mental device to achieve this. The veil of ignorance. You enter the mental device as if it's the current world we already live in, but without knowing our ethnicity, social status, gender, and crucially, in roles formulation, our or anyone's else's ideas of how to lead a good life. This world would force us to examine the current world impartially and rationally. Imagine you're entering the current world as a Muslim
Yeah, and
woman who
then
lives in a
a
Muslim
question
country.
arises.
Is this world
Would
fair for
you,
you? Why
can
not?
you put yourself, should you put yourself in the shoes of a chicken 1 second and enter the world as a chicken? Would the preference that would be that that world exploits and slaughters chickens, or would the preference be it just leaves chickens alone, doesn't do anything to chickens, and just eat beans instead, and tofu, and TVP, and seitan?
So this is basically a mental device to imagine yourself from the perspective of another person to try and see fairness or something.
Yeah. So now imagine
Yeah,
yourself,
yeah.
you're a
This is
chicken.
Yeah, that's like what I
yeah.
did,
This is
right?
about
That's what. Okay,
impartiality.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
this is about impartiality to really assess whether you care about equal fairness, right? Because if you don't know your place of birth, let's say, you should devise a world in which everyone has roughly fair treatment, right? That's the thing. Because these animals, or like let's say some minorities of humans, let's say, right, they haven't chosen to be who they are, and because they haven't chosen to do that, it's not their fault, and they shouldn't be discriminated against certain arbitrary criteria. That's the logic.
Mm-hmm.
These animals,
I mean,
it's not their fault for being who they are, and they shouldn't be faulted for that.
right. So
And
basically,
the
in a nutshell,
yeah.
the veil of ignorance is just situate your point of view as if you are that other being, just that.
And see if the world
Yeah,
is
yeah.
just. Our current world
I
is
mean, I can do
just.
that very easily because I have a very, very, very vivid imagination, so I can just do that very, very
Yeah.
easily.
So is the world just to the chickens?
Yeah, I understand, but I feel like if I were to get myself into the head of a chicken,
Mm-hmm.
I would like instantly, maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. This is just my imagination, but not understand what the heck is going on.
Of course.
Right?
Of course. So
Like it's not. I
here's
would be freaking out as a person that is locked inside a place with a perimeter that I cannot leave.
Let me throw a
And like
stone in
we're
that.
just being
Let me throw a
fed.
stone. Let me throw a stone in that. Analogy. 1 sec. So, do you think justice deals with whether the victim understands that they're victimized or not, or does it deal with whether it's the best, like whether what is applied to them is justice or not? Let me give you an example, right? We do love examples from human beings here because human beings understand what is just and unjust to human beings, usually, not always. So let's say we have a mentally challenged person who literally that you come at them with a knife, a gun, they don't understand what's happening, right? That level of disability. Is it just for them to be slaughtered, or is it more just for them to be taken care of and left alone?
Yeah, it's a very, 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 very interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
I always try to think of this like from the perspective of, and I say this because I used to help in high school at a place where there were people with disabilities, right? And I would notice that at this place, it was not the fanciest place, but the staff there, they were kind of stressed out. And I was thinking like, how many people, because if you cannot pull all your own weight, you need others to take care of you, right? So I was thinking like, if there's too many people, like there should always be like a ratio of like the amount of people that are producing, and then the number of people that are just being taken care of, right? This is part of how the world works or something.
What the fuck is that relevant to anything
And I
you
was
said?
like, yeah, so if we have people with disabilities, it's always like a certain number that we have to take care of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
can we concentrate
maybe
on
they serve maybe they serve a
justice?
purpose. Maybe they serve a purpose. They're they're more pure. They're not contaminated by certain things. People who are, some people
Sorry,
that with
can we
disabilities, they are
concentrate?
very spontaneous, right?
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Can we concentrate a little bit? We were talking about the justice. What would be more just towards those individuals? To take care of them or to slaughter them?
Yeah, that was the point I was trying to get to. Like, imagine you live in a place where there's too many people with like that disability for some reason, whatever. There was like, I don't know,
What if
war.
you
They
bred
threw
those
some.
people into existence just to slaughter them? What would be more just to them? Not to breed them in the first place or to continue breeding them in the millions and then slaughtering them?
Not to breathe. They shouldn't breathe.
Yeah.
But you're saying like this is because there are people that eat meat, right? Yeah, okay, fine. What if we say like in the animal kingdom there are animals that eat meat? Like it's happening everywhere. Is this wrong?
I would
Is
say
it wrong?
something wrong. Yeah, I would say something unjust is happening because there is a victim there, right? If a lion, can you please not interject? I'm so sorry. I'm in the middle of conversation.
And what
So-
should the lion do?
Yeah, so that's a different question. If we could change that, we should, because there is a victim to the lion, right? There is a victim whom a lion is going to tear apart,
You say
eating
the
them possibly.
universe.
No, I'm just
You're saying,
saying
like,
it's
the universe
unjust to
made
the
a mistake?
victims. I'm just saying it's unjust to the victim. There is no mistakes. Nature doesn't have a purpose. Nature doesn't have a morality, right? We are talking now to human
So why
beings
is it
who live
wrong?
outside.
So why is it wrong? Why do we
Because
humans
there
have
is a
to
victim there. It's. I'm not saying it's like
But
wrong
why
for
do
the
we
life.
have to
If you let me
overimpose
finish.
over nature?
If you let me
Yeah, but why
finish.
do
If you let me finish, you won't have those questions. I will answer all of them because this is, if you don't believe it or not, like the 10,000th time I'm talking about this subject exactly.
No, I believe it. I definitely
All right.
believe it. Okay,
So
come on.
just
Go.
let me finish. Okay. So I'm saying there is lack of justice happening there because an animal is being ripped apart and eaten. I'm not saying I can do anything about it. I'm not saying I can intervene and save both the lion and the gazelle, for instance, right? That is like a separate question, something that happens in nature. I can't necessarily change. I can just say, this is unjust because if I was that gazelle, I would be like this. It would be a lack of justice to me, right? Because nature doesn't deal with justice. Nature is just like sucks. But we, as human beings, removed ourselves from nature. So let's concentrate on that. Let's talk about how we don't live in nature. I don't
No,
know
I
about
think
you, but
I
I'm
literally, I feel like this is just not right. Like I think it's the other way around. We have to look at nature to understand things. We shouldn't impose
Let's
this
throw you
human things.
back into the shoes of your ancestors who were dying of sepsis, who were barely surviving, who were like eating their own shit and feces and drinking water with parasites.
I don't
Let's
know.
throw
They
you
were
back
not
in
doing
there.
that.
If you're not willing
not
to
doing
go back in there, let's not talk about nature anymore because now we drink
but
chlorinated
wait,
water that doesn't kill us. We sit in a room full of
VPN.
four walls that takes care of us. I'm talking into a microphone in front of two screens, one camera and one light on me, right? So why the fuck are we talking about nature that used to be incredibly cruel to us? We crawled out of that shit. We created a situation where I wouldn't survive in nature, right? I barely survived childbirth, but here I am, 45 years old, talking to people across the fucking world on my unnatural microphone. So how about we stop talking about nature and start talking about how we mechanically, systematically breed animals into existence for unnecessary stuff. You weren't listening to a word I was saying, were you?
Yes, I was.
can we now discuss our actions outside of nature, our current actions that are incredibly, obviously, obvious to you as well, as soon as you admit it, obviously wrong things that we do to animals, that we systematically breed just to exploit and slaughter? Can we concentrate on that instead of talking about what a lion does? Right now, about 20,000 lions lick their own balls. Let's not talk about the lions, let's talk about human beings who wear pants.
All right.
Funny, isn't it? Funny how
No.
stopping talking about nature all of a sudden makes the severity of the things that we do is just like absolutely absurd. To me, at least, I'm not sure if that's what you were chuckling about.
Noticed. I noticed that we just disagree fundamentally here, because I just.
Let's throw you back into the parasite water world then. If you want to be in nature so much, strip naked and go into fucking nature. Why are you telling me to look for morality in nature? Why? Tell me that, please. That's the only thing I want to know right now. Why
I
do
made
you
silence
think?
while you were speaking. Can I answer?
Only if you actually answer my question and don't go into like.
Well, I'm answering. You said
yeah.
like there's nature, there's like humans were eating their feces and whatever. Like there's a microphone. You're 45. You survived. You would have died. Childbirth. Okay, I get it, right? So, but I don't agree completely with that, because there's like many cultures around the world that still live like in the same way they used to live. There's the Tsimane, for example, in the jungle in Bolivia. They are the most longevous people, and they also Tsimane with an S. Tsimane, no, TS.
Okay.
TS, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Known indigenous people, but like their longevity.
Mm-hmm.
Experience remarkable with studies, the healthier arteries, slower brain aging.
Mm-hmm. So go live with them. What do you want from us? Why the fuck are you
I'm
here
not
on
saying
Discord?
that. That has nothing to do. I don't support that argument that you just had. Sure.
Then let's talk about us. Why the fuck are we talking about Simane?
I'm talking about it because this is just one answer to what you said. Like these people are living in their ancestral ways.
I wasn't talking about
healthier,
fucking longevity. I was wasn't talking about ancestor people. I was talking about us. You and I sit in climate control rooms, and we're talking about philosophy.
But it's not the same to live. It's not the same to live like in medieval Europe than like people who are living in nature. Actually, that's not medieval Europe. Is not nature, right? That's eating your feces. These guys, they're not eating. They're like healthier than anyone else. Like nature is intelligent.
Why should I care? We were talking about the morality of what we are
because
doing.
you were
not
saying that we should impose our justice over the natural world because we have separated ourselves from nature as if that is something good.
We did.
Look,
but we did. It doesn't matter. I'm not giving it.
No, wait. Because that's your idea of nature. When we have the natural sciences, we have physics, chemistry. What is this? Forces of physics, chemical reactions. All of these things are happening inside the battery that is powering your microphone.
Can we talk about the morality of slaughtering trillions of animals per year for unnecessary products?
I don't know. All I know is you spoke like for 5 minutes. I listened, and then I was trying to just speak and
And
answer
now
your
I
question, and
want
you
to tell you
allow
what
me
I
to do
want
it.
to talk about. If you don't want to talk about that, that's
No,
totally
yeah,
fair.
it's
But
okay.
I
It's
want
okay.
to
But
talk
you said
about the morality
you want
of
to talk,
slaughtering trillions
Yeah.
of
So then
animals per
just
year.
talk and
Would
talk by
you like?
yourself. Bye.
Would you, see ya.
Bored of this shit.
See ya. Yeah. Goodbye. Jesus fucking Christ. This is interesting. I do want to read it. This is interesting, actually. Okay, anybody wants to actually talk about the morality of slaughtering trillions of animals per year for unnecessary products, and not about the Tsimani tribe, as if it's like possible for you to be there? Can we? Anybody? Nobody. Nobody's willing to talk about morality.
I think everybody fell asleep listening to him.
Jesus fucking Christ, that was like a brain rot moment right there. He was running away as well. You could see his mind running away.
It took him 10 minutes to make his first point.
The thing is also that he doesn't really care about ancestry, right? I mean, obviously he would have an objection if they do something ancestral, if it violates some human concerns, right? I mean, the thing is just that he is bigoted because he believes he can do whatever he wants with animals. It's not so much about the ancestry, right? Same with longevity. He wouldn't accept longevity claims if it means to seriously harm humans, right? For some longevity. I mean, he wouldn't accept that either. So it's just based on like, yeah, we can just do whatever we want with humans, with animals. That's probably like his view.
Sean
And
Baker
not about
brain well. He's a
ancestry.
carnivore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess.
You know what I bet
Yeah.
this thing is? They just sleep whenever the fuck they want, these people. They don't have to get up to work. And they live longer.
True.
In conclusion, Tsimani exhibit smaller age-related BV, I think, brain something, declines relative to industrialized populations. Yeah, no shit, we also fucking breathe smog all day. If he wants to live like them, go live there.
I mean, this is also ecological evidence anyways, right? So you have to pinpoint like what are the contributing factors. I mean, it's not just going to be one factor anyways. It's not going to be their diet only.
Yeah, of
That's
course
like
not.
ridiculous.
Diet is one of the lowest,
Yeah, so
has one of the lowest impacts on our health anyways. Like lack of exercise, lack of exposure to like daylight, things like that, lack of sleep, stress, those things that are like much bigger contributors to shorter lives. That's why vegan activists are gonna die earlier.
From listening to brain rot.
Yeah. From stressing out about the brain rot. Now, the guy on the bottom with the smiley face, you really wanted to discuss something earlier. Let's go. Sorry, I think you are on the side, but I'm not sure. What did you want to discuss? No.
Nothing.
He wanted to leave. Okay. Suggesting that their low cardiovascular disease burden outweighs their high infection-driven inflammatory risk. If a cross-sectional data, cross-sectional is a problematic though. They're just like taking one point in time. Present well average life course of individuals Money are representative of the baseline case prior to urbanization. These results suggest, well, not really, they don't go to work, do they? These results suggest a 70% increase in the rates of age-dependent, I think it is brain vascular or something, disease accompanying industrial lifestyles. Despite its limitations, the study suggests that brain atrophy may be slowed substantially by lifestyles associated with very low CVD risk. No shit, we knew that. We knew that from the modern science, from the science on modern people. If you have a cardiovascular disease risk, it increases your risk of brain diseases as well. And there is ample scope for intervention to improve brain health, even in the presence of chronically high systemic inflammation. So they weren't really healthy, are they? Lastly, the slow rate age-dependent brain vascular thinking disease in the Tsimane raises new questions about dementia, given the role of both infections and vascular factor in dementia risk. This gives us nothing new. So these people live in systemic chronic inflammation, but because they're probably generally lean and have lower cardiovascular disease risk because they don't interact with food and stress the way we do. And yes, stress increases the risk of cardiovascular disease as well, much more than food, frankly. Because of those things, they are less likely to become dementic. Cool. We know how to fix society now.
We'll go live in the jungle.
Yeah. By the way, this doesn't talk about longevity, it seems. So he was lying. Let's see, maybe the thing.
Surprised he didn't bring up the Maasai.
Yeah. Well, with the Maasai, I would strike him down with my powerful Twitter post. The indigenous South African Tsimane exhibit relatively modest decrease in brain volume. So it's brain volume with age despite high systemic inflammation. Yeah. So this is not talking about longevity, is it? So let's see. Longevity. This doesn't talk about longevity either. So maybe I clicked the wrong thing. Anyways, if somebody wants to, maybe I should step off. It's been 2 hours, 2.5. Remarkable longevity with study showing they have healthier arteries and slower brain aging compared to people in industrial nations. Yeah. I guess, well, I don't know if you could extrapolate that to longevity. A modern human could live longer as long as they treat all their issues, right? The quality of life of Tsimane is probably better despite systemic inflammation. They have lower cardiovascular disease and lower dementia risk. Dementia is a terrible disease. Nobody wants to die of that.
I think one of the underappreciated factors is actually also social isolation, or the flip side, a sense of community. I think that has also been shown to actually increase lifespan, or in the absence of it, that it actually also increases like a whole host of like diseases as well.
Wait, you're saying isolation decreases disease, or are you saying isolation increases the risk?
It can actually increase, yeah.
Increases.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'm talking to my chat now. Yeah, I'm talking to my chat now. We're creating quite a good vegan community. If you want to join my Discord server, we hang out quite a lot. We do have stressful discussions in there once in a while, so come prepared to be disillusioned of your bullshit, right? But other than that, if you want to join, you want to hang out with us, we do it almost daily. You're welcome to do so. All right, guys, I think I'm going to sign off. I'm going to say goodbye to my chat and then I'm going to go, I think. Since it died down. Have a productive rest of the day.
Can go for me now.
Bye. Right. I was told off by Pia that I sign off incredibly fast, that I don't give the people a chance to say goodbye before I cut the stream short. So I don't know. Should I expand that? Put one in the chat if I should make a longer goodbyes, stretch out the goodbyes a little bit. Stream tomorrow, will be streaming tomorrow, not sure what about yet, but I try to, I think Saturdays are like important to a lot of people to meet other people in there or whatever. So definitely probably will stream tomorrow, just need to think about what. Just a little warning, will do BPM. Okay, well, this is your final warning before I end the stream. Goodbye.